Yorana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. Hope you're all doing well. In this episode, we're going to try and find ourselves a job. So here we are with our profile. See, we've got 51% win percentage. I know there are people out there with much better than that. It's a certain blogger, FM Stag, who's doing particularly well with his Boca Juniors offline save, where he's got a massive win percentage and huge amounts of trophies. But 51% is good enough for us at this stage for our save. 71 games played, 41, not too shabby, and we've got an OCL, so Champions League to our name from last year, the Rapper E.T. Pharaoh Cats before they turned traitor and fired us. Our attributes are pretty bad. 1 for adaptability, 1 for working with youngsters. I've got a national lane license, but it'll do for the moment. And I think our profile's probably alright. We've got a trophy to our name. We've got a 4th place finish, a 3rd place finish, and then we were 11th when we got fired not so long ago. But since we've been fired, Rapper ET have done really well. So they've shot up the tables there. Look at the schedule. Look at this run of form they're on here. All going well for them from there. Suddenly start scoring. They went for a 4-1-4-1. So interesting formation in comparison to ours. But yeah, they've been doing well. Didn't need us. So they shot up from 11th to 6th. They're still not going to win a title or anything like that, but how many games have got left? This one rules. 28 games left. So there's only about 5 games left for most teams, not all, but for most teams. And this raises some interesting questions, so thanks very much for any likes and comments and shares and things in the past few videos. I'm just recording slightly ahead of time because I want to make sure I get something out, carry and make progress. Because I know it's been announced that there will be a Football Manager 2021. To be honest, I didn't think there wasn't going to be. I was pretty sure there was always going to be, it's just going to be slightly later, which is what they've said. So obviously I want to make progress before FM21 comes out. I know I carry on playing normally until I'm ready for the next database, so it's not like the moment FM21 comes out I'll just stop. But I do want to try and get a little bit further because I do enjoy this save, and it gets much better as we go along. And if you want to see the progress we made in FM19, if you watch the old videos, you'll see what's happening with the new stadiums, national teams doing better, getting into World Cups and things like that. So I want to get to that kind of stage with this. I want to push on a little bit if I can. So yeah, thanks for any comments and stuff like that as well. I've been thinking about what to do, but ultimately I've got to kind of play this. So there are certain teams I know I'm not going to go towards, certain teams I am. So I've been on holiday, waiting for offers to come in, and basically Tupai came in and offered me an interview, which I rejected because I'm not drawn to them really. Get a little neat badge, but there's nothing drawing me towards them. It's an island with lots of coconuts and a bird reserve on. They've not really done anything in the league. Let me look at that. So no one has won. They expanded. Oh no, they expanded the stadium. They're sharing their stadium with the Augie Eels. Which means, let me look at their facilities. Which means they are expanding their Tupai Arena as it stands. But nothing's drawing me towards them. And then in the division below, we did get a job offer from Union Hitiraa. So this is an island from the Austral Islands. They're the kind of rivals to the Humpbacks and the Naruto penal colony island, Naruto prisoners. And again, I didn't really feel any kind of draw towards them. I've managed the Humpbacks in the previous version of FM. I really enjoyed it. I had a really good kind of story and save there with them. But Hitiraa just wasn't pulling me in for that. It wasn't especially in the championship. I don't mind dropping divisions compared to where we were. I just didn't have that kind of connection there. But we have had another job interview, another job offer. So I did the offer off camera. I should have really saved it for the camera, but we've got the offer from Marquesas Island, or the Eruptors, or Hitiraa Island, but I call it Marquesas Island. which is probably completely the wrong name to pronounce it, but basically it's a volcanic island, not too far from the sort of Tahitian mainland, not too far from places like Hitiraa and Huahine, so it's part of the main Tahiti kind of core of islands. And they've offered us £675 per week, £12,000 transfer budget, £2,800 per week wage budget, which is par for the course, I think, for most teams in the league. In fact, we can probably compare, can't we? We go to detail team stats. Salary per annum, they're down here, so actually they're not currently paying out much. They've probably got a bit of room. The shellfish were the kind of big bucks, not quite oil money, but decent amount of money from their takeover, earning a lot more. So it's a reasonable wage budget, but it's on the small side. And basically, they want to sign young players. They want to work within the wage budget for up to 5 years. They want to expand the stadiums. They've got a plan to do that. End of this season, they just want to avoid relegation, so I'll show you where they are. They want to get to the semi-final of the Windward Island Trophy. They want to get to the second round of the Inter-Island Cup. Most of these things have been played by this stage, so I don't know whether they can do these. Next season, they want to work towards qualifying for the O-League, so they want to be challenging for top 2. Not necessarily getting it, but challenging for it. Season afterwards, they want to qualify for the O-League, so finish in the top 2. And they want to then win the Premiership the season after that, and then continue winning that. So that's quite a nice kind of gradual, it's kind of survive, rebuild, then get on with it. So that seems reasonable, seems fair. In terms of where they are in the league, they're currently bottom. And Tupai and Maupti and Jupiter's Moria all got kind of a game in hand. So they're 5 points from definite safety, and they are 3 points plus a bit of goal difference away from just getting the playoff spot. So we know there are 5 games. We've got 15 points to play for, so we can finish on 29. So then absolute maximum, we can finish with 9th, and even then I'm pretty sure mathematically it can't be 9th because of the different fixtures left to play, but they look like they could go down. So this makes it all a bit of a risk. If I take over, we could get relegated. And we could then have to spend, next season in the Championship trying to get back up again. But I'm drawn towards them because, and I might do a separate video for this now, I've got everything loaded. This is the first team I ever managed in the kind of network saves me and my brother had. So years and years ago, I think it was FM13, FM12 or FM13, my brother made the first version of this. So my younger brother made like a one league nation on the editor. So there was just the Premiership, there wasn't anything else, there was no relegation. I think it was just 14 teams around 15 or something like that. So there's not quite as big as it is now. And it was just the kind of Tahitian sides. So Hitiraa, Sky Bright, Manuea, Morphea, Taha, Huahine, Motuwan, Moria, Maupti, Tupai, Hisha, who else? Let's see if anyone's been relegated. Ace Chance were in there eventually as well. Bora Bora, Mayao Island, Papite, and yeah, that's it. So those were the ones in there. So I managed Mahisha, my brother managed Hitiraa, who are scum. And we had a really good save going backwards and forwards, sort of competing for the title between us on that kind of network save. So the Eruptors are the ones I've got my kind of first love for in this database. So the opportunity to kind of save them and then use them to get revenge on the Feral Cats is kind of too much of a draw, really. I could hold on for another job, but there isn't really another job in the Premiership I would kind of want. Maybe Motu1 if they offered it. But no one else kind of really sort of leaps out. Likewise, if we go down to the Championship, I'd be tempted by the challenge of AS Chance, but I don't think they can actually qualify for the O-League, so they can never qualify because they don't count as a senior team, so they're an under-23s only team. And again, in the rest of that league, Hiva Oaha might be tempted to take over. That's about it. Rangaro Sharks are tempting. Turtangegi wings are kind of tempting, but I managed them last season as well. So for FM19, a hang of vines maybe. If you go down to silver, then it's a case of, where are they? Taikau Mantas are tempting, because they're one of the new teams I put in for this year. Or just waiting for another team to be promoted, like Tiapu, who are on the kind of Tahitian mainland, but I'd have to kind of hold off for that. So no one's really grabbing me, but Mahisha does. So for that reason, that's why I'm going to accept this offer, and we're going to have a quick look at the team, and then next episode we'll actually move on and maybe play a match. So let's have a look. Say let's start negotiations and just say yes. Contract date starts immediately, and it's only 1 year currently. Let's see how that goes. Here we go. Going to the Eruptors. I struggled to get back up in the early league, didn't I? Right. Poor run of form, so it should be returning to the mean, hopefully. Still in the 500 capacity ash ground, because it's by the base of the volcano. Below average facilities and things like that, known as the Eruptors. Current season. Oh, final of the Windward Island Trophy. We'll have to see if we've actually played that one. First round in the Inter-Island Cups, I'm assuming we got knocked out. Let's have a look then. This is what they're kind of recommending, is a 4-5-1. What I'm going to try to do is maybe not go straight into the tactics I've used elsewhere, and just see what I've got with the squad and then build from there. So it might not be hoofball as much as I love it. We'll know all about that. I don't really want any of these inductions, but I'll have to get rid of them. Yes, should have a press conference. Right. Here we are. Got players who are running out. I'm not going to do too much with them until we get to the end of the season, I think. Or close. Got youth intake coming up. Apparently some good fullbacks. Good attacking midfielder. Excellent group. That's not too excellent, is it? We push it to 3,100. Ignore the taxes then, finances. Oh, apparently we're currently spending 3,800. So we're overspending. Didn't realise that. 64,000 in the red. That's fine. That's not fine, but you know what I mean. Facilities wise, 100 all seater like everyone else starts with, and then below average, basic below average, no data analysis, all fairly straightforward there. They've won 2 Windward Isle trophies. They do have some trophies in the cabinet there. Hot prospect is Olivia Etcheverry. Etcheverry. Looks okay. Key player is Christian Tepau, a real life Tahitian player. Doesn't look great, to be honest, but he's rated. Vice captain Xavier Marshall. Not a great goalkeeper, but it's probably the best one we've got. Justin Vincent, 6'4". And now, obviously, Yannick Janin as the manager. If we look at the schedule... Oh, so they've already won the Windward Isle Trophy before I arrived. That's nice. But it didn't give them much of a boost elsewhere. So we've got Manue to play, Tetaroa, which will be interesting, Taha, Mangareva, and Moria. So I think Moria are near the bottom-ish. Taha... sort of middle of the range, so Shellfish, Manue are slightly further up, and Tetaroa are in the kind of title race, probably win the title in comparison to the Humpbacks. So interesting times. Hopefully we can pick up some points. If we get relegated in the keepers, that's fine, just work our way back up. But it would be good if we could save ourselves this season rather than next season. Looking at the team report, we don't have an assistant manager. Oh. It's going to make this fun. Absolutely no staff. No, we've got an under 23s manager. Might just end up promoting Zeta. Mercenary. Okay, so we need to sort the staffing out as well. We might not have much time to do that. Again, might wait till the end of the season for sorting some of this out before I commit to anything. Yeah, squad wise then. Can't pick a team or anything, so I've got a tactic. Let's have a look. Got Xavier, Martial. Actually, let's just go through it like this. Xavier Martial, 6'4" keeper, conceded 42 already this season, only 2 clean sheets. Hugo Roux, defender centre, 6'4", he looks quite good. Rick Towler, midfielder. Jonathan Tehow, he's got 30 caps. I think I saw him play in the Confederation Cup. Christian Tepau, Fred Tissot, real life player. Again, I'm pretty sure I've seen him play internationally in real life as well. 7 goals, nothing huge. Rodney Togubai, who's a Tuamotun player, defender. He doesn't look particularly good. Justin Vincent is not especially good, but he is 6'4". Thomas Bonin looks alright actually. Only 2 goals this season. Didier Bruyere, Marquesan. Good mentals, generally speaking. Physical's alright. Alexis Chevalier, who's also Marquesan. Looks very happy, but no, doesn't look very good. Mathieu Clement, not very good. Oscar Dumont is okay. Olivier Echeverry, who we mentioned before, is like a star player, 14 years old. Not very good. I mean, he's good for 14, he's exceptional for 14, but he's not a superstar. Lata Fala Papalangi, who is Bassian, good free kick taker, about it. Philippe Gilbert, no, not really for me. Thibaut Hubert, Marquesan, 6'5" there. Killian Jacket, nah. Lalia Licona, Bassian again, some good mental attributes. But and say back to Xavier Martial. So not massively inspiring, is it? Development Centre, we've got in the 23s. He looks okay. Benjamin Sabatier, good mental attributes. Telec Lemore, nope. Esteban Laporte Frey, probably not. Tony Bonin, maybe. Nicholas Boutin, meh. So, yeah. I don't really know. I'm going to have to think about what to do with this squad. Tactically, I'm not. A few players will play on the left, a few play on the right. I've got a huge amount of good striking options. Likewise, we've not got a huge amount in the way of kind of defensive options. It's tricky. Definitely tricky. And we need to win some points, so I don't know what we're going to go for. Not just yet. There's no one we can really bring in, because at this stage of the season I don't think we can bring anyone in. Oh, Didier Bruyere is actually on loan, isn't he? From Madre de Dios, who are in the division below us. That says something, doesn't it, when you bring in people on loan from the division below. Right, I'm going to see what I can do with this. Chivery, how tall is he? 5'8", not very. So I was thinking of using a wide target man, maybe. But not really got anyone for that. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But next episode, I'll take you the tactic. And we'll play Manuel and we'll see how we get on against them. Thanks very much for watching. There's no matches in this one. I probably should have told you that from the start, really. Oh, the Ace Chance job's just become available. That would have been good. But no, this is where we are. I'm going to redo the kit as well. I think it's not the best. This is a very old one I made. I've got some new templates I can use for this and maybe redo the badge. Which again is a little ditty, but it's okay. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.